Remember embody. I gotta get some of Grizz's branding in here.
We want what's best for you. Remember, there is no agency. And also, remember embody. Remember to embody.
You know, this vague accent that Grimm has. You know, maybe he's been sent from Russia to America to colonize me personally. Maybe Grim Grizz is Putin's tool to get under my skin. And now that he's become my favorite YouTube channel, it's happening. Remember embody. Remember embody. We want what's best for you. And your body wants what's best for you.
Remember, embody, there is no agency. We want what's best for you.
Trust the facts. Remember, embody.
Don't have gratitude unless you remember, embody it. There is no agency. We want what's best for you. Please do. Up to Parlato, enjoying the emoji features of channel membership.
Remember, embody. We want what's best for you. The remember, embody, participation, and virtually not alone. I mean, these are the things of Grizz's channel are really central to this. Grim Grizz channel. The heart of the Grim Grizz channel is virtually not alone. Remember, embody. There is no agency. The heart of the Grim Grizz channel is about the question and anxiety of life being wasted in union with machines instead of other real human beings. That's the heart of your channel, Grizz. That's the heart of your channel. And it comes out of, very clearly, the pain that many people are growing up being parented by machines and not by their biological parents.
So let me ask you about this. So now all of a sudden, the network, everyone's a TV station.
It really works well when the actual orientation is love.
The very processes that make us intelligently adaptive also make us vulnerable to self-deceptive, self-destructive behavior. Care, capacity to be agents, being a self-organizing, self-correcting, self-optimizing. Care, capacity to be agents, self-developing, evolving process. Care to create the conditions of meaning making. Care to create the conditions of meaning making. What we're actually engaging in is agape.
Each of us has an angel.
Agape is to love for its own sake, the process. Because my valuing of it does not constitute it into existence. I emerge from it, participate in it. We have to care about the conditions that make any caring possible. And your situational awareness, the states of consciousness you get access to, ultimately depend on your character.
Well, that's a lot to swallow.
That when we care to create the conditions of meaning making because we find them inherently valuable, because that is constitutive of our capacity to be agents and to value anything else. When we're doing that, what we're actually engaging in is agape.
It's love.
Let's remember this. We've lost the nomological, this deep sense of coherence and connectedness. We lost the normative order, the sense of significance, depth through self-transcendence. As we've lost this, right, We have a worldview, again, in which we don't belong, and in which our projects don't belong. It's something that people are already doing.
Each of us has an angel.
We can address the process of alienation through the cultivation of communitas. We can respond to existential entrapment by the cultivation of gnosis.
Gnosticism is a perennial heresy.
The process of meaning making is the process of being a person. The process of being a person. Mind is not programmed software or rule-bound manipulation of symbols. Instead, the mind arises through immediate coping with the world. Immediate coping with the world. Immediate coping with the world. The way we are evolving the sensory motor loop, right? So that we deal with the problems at hand. Think about how this just sings to everything we've been doing here, Trash.
Offer you an opportunity to participate in the Alien Salience project.
Well, I don't know about the meaning crisis, left, right, black, white, or other vices, but Jesus Christ is right, or if we're all saved. From my perspective, our propositions participate procedurally, running in circles. Remember in body, we're in the age of decay. Symbolically speaking, the reapers are reaping, them damn egregores are whispering sweetly. We're all NPCs in the belly of the red pill, blue pill, bread pill, Mars Hill, or DMT, or whatever you feel. Got one and number two, it's all the same damn thing. So clean your room, repent on Zoom, ontology for dummies, a bird's eye view. 'Cause if you really knew, could you really even say? Totally depraved, all totally saved, a total disposition from the bed we all made. Or is it the elect? Or are we just insane? From John Vervaeke to Jonathan Pajot and Jordan Peterson to the Chris Pacou Show, Paul Vanderklays and Griswold Grimm and all the dice he shakes. This session.
All right, fine then. I'll shake some dice. That's saving souls versus mind control. This is the only place that I know that you can get those. But that's how it goes. All you have to do to get one is choose between survival, social, wisdom, or heart. Pick one. Pick one. I roll the die. If it's over 10, you take half damage from the mind control. If it's under 10, you take full damage. But remember, Embody, we want what's best for you. Survival, social, wisdom, or heart. Choose. Woo! Survivalist with a 14 today. Well done. Well done. Socialist. Oh, Trinity for you. Trinity, that's a 3. We got you. We got you. Lovers of wisdom. Pairing it up, we got you too. You guys trying to make 33 on me. All chakra 7's worth of heart. Wait, heart. And indigo, kids. Well, would you look at that? You get to see Beholder today, because that's a nat 1. No bonuses for you. No bonuses for you. Hey, Rojo, Steven, Randos, Charlie, Mark Parker, Dust, Nidalet, T.W. Arundel, and the Friday in the Morning Nameless, all up in my Hive Mind chat. And way up there was a Hobbit. Oh, yeah, there he is, Tom. Good to see you guys. Welcome. I hope you're feeling virtually not alone. And now that you have your savings throws, click this again.
Estuary ditty is a little bit cringy, ain't quite the U-shaped or the hero's journey. All the NPCs in the flood treading water to watch you save the day with a bunch of chitter-chatter. From the ortho bros to the Catholic Joes or atheistic Joes to Protestant folks, the Joe Schmoes and Jewish Jacobs and everything in between. So love the Lord your God with all your heart and soul, with all your mind and your fingers and toes, all your neighbors too, as if they were your own. So love the Lord your God with all your heart and soul, and with all your mind and your fingers and toes, all your neighbors too, as if they were your own.
This question is for Paul. Paul, at the Chino conference, you talked about on stage, you talked about TLC stealing the culture, and John Vervicki had that delightful, like, surprised, astonished, why didn't I think of that reaction?
I think every time I hear you say we, I think it depends what we is. And I think in that sense, that's where I see this little corner coming to meet this moment.
Oh, that's I hadn't thought about that.
Because
So just let me make sure and sorry for interrupting. I just want to get it. Instead of the we being, it's like, no, this little corner is a nexus point of many different Christian groups and non-Christian groups. And that nexus point is perhaps the place we should look for as the thing that will rise to the response. Is that what I'm hearing you say? That's really good, Paul.
And that's what I hear when you say, this is how this little corner should steal the culture, because it is the we-ness of even these Christians that can't figure out communion together, that have figured out a way to at least have a conversation across things that people have shed blood over in years past.
No, sorry, I'm not saying no. Sorry, I mean this as a compliment. I should have thought of that. Like, that's...
It's a whisper in your ear, now listen here. Remember, Embody, it's all so clear. No hidden strings, no puppeteer. We're by your side, have no fear. I cherish truth. I cherish truth. Remember, Embody, there is no agency. We want what's best for you.
Welcome, everybody. This is the Waning Crescent stream, also known as What Are You Loving When You Love God? What are you loving? Don't forget to get all up in Afriel's Beaver Moon. Contact Afriel Pilotson at your local contacting Afriel Pilotson thing. This show is brought to you by the Shadow Cabal of production executives, including executive producers Upcycle Club and the German Dragon. I'm Grim Grizz. I'll be your host, and as you know, I like to deliver on both the title and the thumbnail. So to deliver quickly on the title, I asked, what's the current phase of the moon on this October 28th, 2024? And the internet slave bots told me it was the waning crescent. And that's how, because like the Charlie song from Guns N' Roses was in my head. And it was all like, down here on the farm. And that was only 32 characters, so I had to change it. and I went with Waning Crescent. Casino deck card of the show is the Deuce of Diamonds. Welcome, welcome.
We all know that there is no agency any living gent can see. Doing what is right for me is lifting up my bro so he can grow some eyes to see that doing what is right for me increases all our agency.
And you have faced some great crossroads in your life. Would you care to share with us what perhaps the greatest crossroads situation of your life is?
Well, I've never been a bad fellow, but I was a sinner in the fact that I was terrible on cursing. And I'm glad to do this tonight because I got to do penance to the Lord for a sin that I broke last week after nearly 3 years without taking God's name in vain. I don't even know an altercation because that'd be a fight, wouldn't it? But anyhow, I had trouble with a driver that I had. And we got some real hot words, and I done some cursing. I tore to pieces, and then the insurance man come that night, and I still hadn't got over it. I used God's name in vain 3 different times. And Brother Rogers prayed with me for 2 hours one time. Since then, getting God to forgive me. Of course, I believe I could have gotten forgiveness myself. So that is one reason that I'm glad to be here tonight. I'm doing penance for what I did that was wrong just recently.
Well, we're just very glad to assist in this way, and I'm sure that many of us have things that you're so very honest, and we appreciate it very, very much, Colonel.
I think a person's got a right to confess. I think God expects you to confess your sins to somebody. But anyhow,
What makes you assume that I'm not about to teach you all to the crocodile? What makes you assume that I'm not about to teach you all to the crocodile? What makes you assume that I'm not about to teach you all to the crocodile?
That's very exciting. Hello. I see the assassins have failed.
Did you get it on video?
That I'm not about to teach you all
Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. We're on the stream now. It's called Waning Crescent or What Are You Loving When You Love God? And up next we have share this tab instead. Oh yes. Our good man Kale. Kale has gone multi-platform. Available apparently only over on X and at Apple Podcast and Spotify, and which is otherwise not here. We have Kale's appearance on Mac Nomadics. What if porn is a vampire feeding on your soul?
I tell this to my students. It's like, why is one form of friction okay and another form of friction not okay?
Exactly.
Right? If it's just material substrate, right, if that's all there is, then why not? Backwards and forwards and up and down. Like, what's the difference? I mean,
right.
So you can see for me, Mac, the way this thing cascades back up is that yes, actually, here's the thing, like to say out loud, yes, God cares if you masturbate, right? And again, think about how crazy that sounds to sort of the rank and file. Like if I were to sort of go into like when a normal, we're at a regular classroom anywhere, and I would say that, like, how many people would be like, oh yeah, I guess so. I mean, everybody would think I was nuts.
And that you hadn't gotten yours off in a while. And next up on the Oh wait, it's not loaded yet.
Slime! What? It's a river of slime!
Indeed it is random branding. What we have next is that according to IGN, a family-friendly gaming reporting company, the Harris Walls campaign's new Fortnite map, Freedom Town, USA, is part of the Democrats' push to reach gamers and young voters. And wow, does that look so much fun. So much fun. So much fun. So while we're currently live streaming on both YouTube and the X platform, I don't know how much future I have left at the YouTube platform after this next segment. So here's the Blue Church card of the show, the Six of Clubs. The Six of Clubs. What happened is I heard on Twitter that you may have heard that Donald Trump went on Joe Rogan recently, and you might say to yourself, oh, then why don't I check that out? Why don't I go over to the YouTube? I think I've heard Rogan's back on the YouTube. What if we conduct a search and you click into the search and at the top is this thing you've never searched for in your entire life before, Kamala Harris Vice, but you go and you say Trump, maybe put Rogan first. Rogan Trump, right? That's what we want to look for. Where is it? Where is that podcast? Well, it's not. Okay, news. It's in the news. People are talking about it in the news. But where is the thing itself? Oh no, wait. Here's a clip from it. But where is the thing itself? Where's actually his show? His show. Now I found a workaround. If you are looking for it, you can just search Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan right here, and then you'll get it. But if you put the big T word in there, you're not going to get what you're looking for. Here it is, 2219, the 2 hours and 53 minutes with him. If you want to see it, just search. Don't put his name in the thing, and then you'll be able to watch it. Isn't that not election interference? That would be silly. No, they're a company. They're allowed to do that sort of thing. I'm sure that's legit.
So how to approach your sheep carefully. It's not going to hurt you. We got a sheep who's gone over on her back. Now, if you see a sheep like this, help the sheep. So that's the problem with sheep. Now, she's not able to get up. She's got herself into a situation where... Now, it's going to get back up and be a bit wobbly. Now, Now it's back over. And there we have it. So this sheep has been saved, its life has been saved. So it's important to check sheep regularly. So you're good, Chris. You saved my life. You're my hero.
All right, and to get to the delivery on the title, we'll go first then, therefore, into the Canadian deck card of the show, the Eight of Spades. How about that? And then, as you may or may not know, there's this guy I've been paying attention to by the name of Baba Winyama. He's a big fun guy. And he put out some stuff today I'd like to go over. As he was going over once again his Christ works like Agent Smith. But he gets to this part that we'll get into. First, let's just let it run and see what we go with. Where we go from here.
The equation is simple. We must recognize that the one we are identifying as cannot love God above all things. But if the one we identify as the structure in thought is somehow asleep, the consciousness and awareness of love, the loving awareness that arises through the eyes, through the cells, through the senses, it loves God above all. And when it has awoken, it will love its fellow man above self.
Now, the Steelman, now, don't get me wrong, he's been donated to by Mike Tyson, talks about alien encounters, and is probably running cleanup in Tanzania for human trafficking. But the point he's trying to make here is if you go along, if all of us are gathered downwind of Jordan Peterson and his biblical lectures, which he posits essentially that the fall into self-consciousness and shame is the nature of the fall, and it's the fall into the self-identity. And as we identify as a self that loves God, we're not actually living in the moment now. And just go on for a minute.
And it is there where you receive the energy. It is there where you receive the strength. For humans can't do it. To build the kingdom of Christ, it's supernatural. Can't be done by the natural man and his mind. You can come and try, but you won't get far. I've seen it over and over. And so once that equation is in place, the following equation is even more simple.
Here's the good part.
The list? Yes, any of the first level ones.
I'm gonna get a soda. Anyone want one? Hey, Graham, I'm not in the room, right?
What room? I want to cast Magic Missile.
The room where he's casting all these spells from.
He hasn't cast anything yet. I am, though, if you'd listen. I'm casting Magic Missile. Why are you casting Magic Missile? There's nothing to attack here. I'm attacking the darkness.
We got two from you. All right. Well, this part anyway.
Satan and the fallen. Satan and the fallen are far more intelligent than you are. They have far more technology than you do. They have far deeper, long-lasting plans than you and I do. But what they don't have is access to an all-knowing God, Christ. They don't have that. So the equation is simple. Yield the meanness, so the vessel may be a portal, a body of formless, loving awareness that has no name, but we may point at with the term, the presence of Christ.
That's right. Clean your antenna, and God will take you over and use you like the architect did Agent Smith in The Matrix. And while you're throwing all your criticisms against the fella, you gotta be able to get through this. He actually apparently does things for children.
To these children have special needs, but a lot of these children were homeless, and the majority have no parents or guardians in this world other than the family that this community has allowed us to create. Everything that we do is made possible thanks to partners, those who choose.
So at least on the surface level, with the money he's grifting, he's taking care of some kids. But you know, the broken clock is right twice a day, and that's why I still listen to broken clocks. There was now to get to the other part that this whole thing was triggered by, and that's here, which requires more branding, obviously. Yeah, sure. This one, hey, quit scrolling so fast. LARP. We have the ability to LARP and LARP hard. LARP. We have the ability to LARP and LARP hard. That was a McMo one, I think. I believe that was a McMo masterpiece. I think that was his stylistic impression, signature thereof. Okay. All right. This is the What Are You Loving When You Love God stream, and it got prompted by this bit.
Love God first. That doesn't mean you take your ego and you love an image of God you've built in thought with emotional love. It means that you
the what is it you are loving when you love God? What is it a thought construct? Is it conveniently personified in the human form of Jesus Christ? And do you love a God that's arenic as well as the personified Christ, or you just pour all the love on the Christ? How do you do what was said in at Matthew 22:33? No, they were astonished in 33. But the greatest commandment comes in Matthew 22:37. Love the Lord God with all your heart and soul. And how how does one embody that in particular is the question that is the missile against the darkness for the day, as brought to you by the Shadow Cabal of production executives and the stream here, where we gather together to watch branding and listen to me in this voice.
Is everything all right in here?
Yes, Nanny.
So we have a request for new savings throws as a superpower of Tier 3 higher end memberships. Upcycle Club is entitled to do one. We also allow it for the special free been a member for months thing, and I think Mills called for one yesterday, and I didn't give it to him, and I apologize, Mills. I owe you one! I owe you one. Survival, social, wisdom, or heart. The bonus set of savings throws are for you here now, but you still have to choose between survival, social, wisdom, or heart. As you know, 10 or higher, you make your savings throws for the rest of the stream and the rest of your day, and it's mainly going to be rest of your days. Choose. Ooh, Indigo out the box. Survivalist, deucing it this time. Deucing it. Socialist, not much better with the 5 from the OA. Lovers of wisdom, not pairing it up, but only getting a 4. Whoo, what a set of throws ups. Heart folks with a nat 1, joining the Indigo folks from last time, who now get the oh, you don't get to see it because it's only a 6. What a fumble that was.
Although this world will devastate you, and rejoice although this world will penetrate you, and rejoice although you will not survive. Rejoice you'll never make it out alive.
Excellent rehearsal, gentlemen.
And rejoice your hair, it smells like burning hair. Oh, rejoice, your nails all got chewed off. Oh, rejoice, and holy fuck, you're bleeding there. Oh, rejoice, you burned your whole beard off. Rejoice despite the fact this world will hurt you. And rejoice despite the fact this world will kill you. And rejoice despite the fact this world will tear you to shreds. Rejoice because you're trying your best.
Hey, I love that one. That's gorgeous. Thank you, brother. Wait, who's that brother?
All right, now, so as this said, all your heart and all your soul, which is an interesting one, and with all your mind, and as close as my mind can get to it, is that the God that I'm supposed to love is being itself, and anything that resembles despair or resentment toward being, any desires I have to no longer exist are the opposite of loving being itself, and maybe, I don't know. That's the stream.